first order of business today is to over-engineer a way of heating gloves up. This weekend's HGT have been absolute diamonds and sent us some new gearbox parts. New dogs that I haven't previously abused. How luxury. Shiny.
Right, either way, where I was going with that is first gear, second gear, and first, second dog, you don't have to press anything off. You literally pull that back, pull the output shaft flange off, take the back case off, right, and then you can just change first and second gear without pullers, without bearing, without heating anything. Not gonna lie, that's pretty warm.
This is exactly how relaxed rebuilding gearboxes is.
Just test a bit.
What actually happens when you're too relaxed fitting the gearboxes together is you forget to put the dog rings in, so you have to take one of the gears off again to fit the dogs. Right, some of these bearings and gears and things you have to heat up to 120 degrees, I think it is, before you install them. So obviously, safety man's giving it the lick test, and we'll see. Hopefully this will just drop straight on. Ooh, lovely. I think something people take for granted a little bit when they're paying other people to do work for them is how much time it actually takes doing stuff like this, because even these bolts, that's like 15 minutes of cleaning up on a wire wheel before you can put any bolts back in. So if you think how many parts are in something like a gearbox or an engine or a drift car that gets abused and driven through ditches and crashed into stuff and covered in shale and stones, like the guys that do the work on this stuff, like, it takes time. Time costs money, and doing it properly is laborious. So unfortunately we've not been able to go out skidding or anything, but at least we're carrying through it and hopefully it'll be done properly. Do we really need to do that?
Yeah, why not?
It's a good angle. Well, that idea sucks. Well,
better idea. This one doesn't do any more than 60 newtons.
Every time you say I've had a better idea, it's
That's slower than you.
gearbox complete. Just going to sit on the shelf for a little while before we put it back in mine. But unfortunately, before we can get mine back on the ramp, we've got to finish off this oily little SR. Great success, we've got idling and everything. Water sensors. That's the idle screw that we can't actually adjust, but next up we're gonna do some old school tuning. Oh yeah. Safe, very safe. We didn't trust the quality second-hand manual boost controller, so we're just going to try running on waste case pressure.
Second hand?
Sorry, 17th hand. Apparently there's truth as to where that actually came from.
proof of where that actually came from is I found it in the scrap pile when I was loading up scrap metal the other day. I was like, oh, that will come in handy. Maybe not.
Mechanic. Another weekend, great success. I'm sure John's landlord loves it really.